Hey, it's Edge here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for reserve rights, or RSR. Before getting into the video or the analysis itself, I want to mention that this asset was voted for in the Discord to be covered next, so here it is. If you wanted to have a vote for the next one, join the Discord. On this video, I'll cover wave analysis with the Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Here, starting on a weekly time frame, we have chosen this UOB exchange just because it had the most data. Other ones were either starting from around here or from the top, so we didn't really have any data back here. So yeah, that's the reason of this exchange. Now, on weekly time frame, let's check out the RSI first here. Can't change that. We have had two trend lines coming down, starting from these highs, basically these tops here, and having the pivot from here around the November 2021. We can see that it did not create a high here as Bitcoin did. So this is a bit different look overall, but again, still within this some kind of correction. This trend line suggests that something ended here, so these lows. So we could have this as a done structure, then have some kind of small pull up as a connector, and then continuation downwards. The other scenario is saying that we have had this as the first structure coming down, and then we had a connector, basically this, and then we would be looking at this, saying that this whole structure would be complete. So, but before getting into this correction, let's jump into this structure here. So let me show you the main count that I have here, which is this one. It is very good looking overall. Does not really have any issues to say. The lowest low is basically at the start here, then massive pump into wave 1, some kind of three-way pullback here into wave 2, and then to have an alteration we would have some kind of this is some kind of flat pattern, and then here we have a more clear three-way zigzag pattern. So yeah, there's definitely alteration. This wave 2 is very large though, so again, does not really fit too well, but time is the least important factor in these kind of counts in my opinion, so that's why I'm liking this as much as I do. On the wave 3 of primary, however, as we created the bottom here of wave 2 around March 2020, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 really good looking structures. Can get the substructures very easily in here as well. Then for the 5th wave, we would have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into the 3rd of intermediate, 4th of intermediate. Don't have really a alteration here, so that was one of the reasons I did not like this at the start. I guess there could be some kind of other way to label this, but it doesn't really matter. The overall idea is that we top out something up in here into the wave 1 of cycle, or however you want to be labeling this. To me, this wave 1 of cycle should be fine. This took around 694 days, so almost 2 years. So that should be sufficient enough for wave cycle 1 to be done. After that point, again, we had these two corrections, or two possibilities for correction. One is saying that we actually did create a low here. However, what I don't like about this is we have a very, very low here. We don't have any kind of divergence up until we don't have it on the wave or 4-hour time frame. We only have it at 2-hour time frame, which is again for this structure over here. Generally, we could be looking at the divergence as well, or we would want to have that divergence between the A and C here on zigzags, but of course that is never a needed thing here. So yeah, that is one scenario, that everything is done here. I have a count which can get out of here with a bullish wave structures, so yeah, it is definitely a possibility. Now the other option here overall is that we have this as a WXY into W, 3 into X, and then again 3 waves into wave Y. This would only create the W. This was again based on the idea that we had an overall higher time frame, saying that we had this trend line over here coming down and breaking only after here. So we would have this as some kind of connector wave. Of course, it is very small, and the reason I don't like this count is just that, because this is so small compared to anything else. But if we are looking at only RSI, we could be looking at this as the connector. Now, if we do, then we could have this as an A, B, and C coming down, and this structure here, this ABC, would be very relatable to Bitcoin and the other expectations that I have for the market. But yeah, we always have to be keeping in mind that this definitely can be the low, at least for now. I can't say that this is the low. Even if we started to get higher, this could turn out to be 3 waves, and then 5 waves down, taking out these lows and only then creating the low that we are actually looking for. But we'll see after how this develops, if it develops here or from here, and analyze it again. What else do I have? Basically this volume profile, very important to me. We can see that we have the basically only volume node, at least on the Huobi chart, that is relevant here, is right around here where we had this previous wave 2. So it has taken so much time that it had a lot of volume to create this structure over here. And of course, not to probably anybody's surprise, this is acting as very good support. The point of control definitely looking good as a target if we are again pivoting downwards here. Let's take a look at actually if we have the wave B already done up here. What do we have as targets? 1-to-1 of course is the main target. That would already go beyond the point of control generally. I don't mind if the price goes just below the volume node, but again, as long as it stays within this whole volume node, and again, if we are breaking the point of control, is less likely to stop as there is less volume to catch it. So yeah, A, B, and C right into the point of control would be a really nice look. There is some, again, good looking structures over here to catch it, 786 or 764 and 854 on this intermediate time frame, and same as with the with this WXY. Now let's jump into a bit closer to see what kind of structure we had from the potential bottom that we had. Where was it? That was already in May. So a bit different look. So bearish first, as this is the first one that I spotted here. A, B, and C, very good looking structure. Then 3-way back into X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again into A. 3-way back, and then some kind of 5-way structure. We can't really see the structure properly here, and I'm not even sure if this is actually. Let's take a look. So RSR USDT, maybe add that here. See if that is actually visible on other exchanges, and it is. There was a massive wick there then. Okay, we have to be accepting it then. If it was only on one exchange, then I would disregard this whole wick. But again, we could be saying that we have some kind of expanding diagonal here. That is very overshooting, or we just don't have the 3rd, 4th, and 5th in here, at least on 4 hour. The other scenario, the more bullish one, is this one, in which we have the whole structure as an expanding diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Massive extension on 5th. Even just the 5th wave, 186%. Just insane. Again, we are on arithmetic scale at the moment. If we are looking at logarithmic scale, it does not look as wonky. So yeah, one of these is most likely the case. I do prefer the bearish count overall more, just because we have that outlook on the other markets. but I'm not saying this is impossible. But yeah, that is pretty much everything I wanted to share on RSR at the moment. If you made it this far into the video, link to my free Discord server in the description below. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video as well. Bye bye.